Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. Thank you for sticking with us. I've got it with the waving Pikachus. Good to see I've got it. My name is Jared. I am the Dungeon Master here on Nuuli Forged. Real quick, big shout outs to King Kazmasi, who followed us 4 days ago, and Ensign Pig, who followed us 6 days ago. So, King and Ensign, welcome and thanks for the follow.
Peace.
Woohoo, welcome.
Yes. As you can tell, I have 4 of my favorite minions here. The 5th is returning in 2 weeks.
Yay!
I have it on official confirmed data that Spoot, or at least Matt, will be back in 2 weeks. Dun dun dun. Ooh, what does that mean? Oh, does it mean something? Oh, suspicious.
It probably means we need to get the hell out of these mountains because you'll never find us there.
Right. Or he won't want to find us, because I wouldn't want to find anybody up here.
Well,
Birds.
first off, I need someone to roll me a D100.
Amber,
last
you
week.
missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do it. All right. So we are going to go around. We're going to introduce our glorious players. They're going to tell us who they are playing. And I would also like to know, with a 26, what would your character define as their best trait? Not like strength or dex or whatever, but like their best character trait.
Charisma is all of our characters' best trait.
100%. 100%. You're
Yeah,
all
we're all
charming as hell. That's what you are.
Yep.
But great. So let's go around. Let's start over here with Mike.
That's me. Mike's my name. Defect's a character I play. The Warforged Barbarian, and his best character trait. Man, part of me wants to say his overall sex appeal.
One
Defect has it going on, I think.
Doesn't that fall under charisma?
I mean, I'll allow it. I will allow that. I'll allow that.
I will also say loyalty.
Oh.
Especially with to Grig, followed by everyone else.
Greg
Wonderful.
first.
Grig first.
And then all you other folks.
And
Grig's
then
here,
other
everyone
people
else.
here and there, yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Speaking of Grig, moving right on down to Amber.
That's me. I'm Amber. I play Greg, the Goblin Artificer. And my best trait is definitely just how generous I am. Very giving.
Yes. Yes.
I take care of people.
You do. I love it. You throw out heels. It's all good.
Yeah.
Skimming right along to Tanner.
Giving doesn't tell
Self-awareness.
us all the money that we actually do have.
Yeah, that too.
Secrets.
Well, it helps that we all have our character sheet.
I'm Tanner. I play Adis the Human Ranger. Best trait. I would have to say probably Adis's eyeliner skills that he has. That just it always stays on, even when we were at the bottom of a lake. It was still there.
Uh-huh.
It's impeccable.
It's
Yeah.
waterproof.
What was it called? The eyeliner of perception?
Yes, essentially.
What really happens down the line is you learn it's not actually eyeliner, it's a tattoo.
Oh shit! I know
Like those people
have
who
done that.
who tattoo on their eyebrows and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or they
my
tattoo
God.
like stars in their eyes, which I think is insane. But hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
I would tattoo eyeliner on. Anyway,
Nice. Then hopping up into the last corner with Sarah.
Who is not going to take a bite of this caramel because that will make this difficult. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Olive, the half-orc druid. And I would say Olive's best character trait is knowing when to shut up, mostly by turning into into some kind of creature that can't speak.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Such as spending, our first encounter with the elves as a swarm of butterflies.
Your first encounter with the party as a cat.
Yep.
Yeah. It's hard to say the wrong thing when you don't speak common.
I mean, you're not
remember
wrong.
that.
You're not wrong. And I am Jared. I'm the Dungeon Master. I play everyone and everything else that is not their characters. Real quick, I just feel it's important that we acknowledge that the governor of Texas has signed some really hateful legislation and pushed that into effect today. And I think we all agree that trans rights are human rights, and Texas needs to get their crap together.
More dead kids, that's how you get more dead kids.
Yeah, and Florida's not doing much better, by the way. So, if you, by any chance, happen to live in those states, do what you can to make it better, because you can vote those people out, and that's important. That being said, let's dive into this week's episode of Nuuli Forged, shall we? Well, last time on Nuuli Forged, our heroes defeated the strange creatures that attacked them throughout the night and managed to get back to sleep and get a full rest in, which was good. The next morning, the group discussed what actions Kalen would take on their behalf back in Fay Harbor concerning their fortune, before Adis returned him to the much safer location that it is.
Slightly safer.
Yeah. Chores and errands and conversations completed, Olive polymorphed Defect into a giant eagle and joined him in her beast shape, and the two carried their friends off into the skies and winds of the Threatspire Mountains. However, not too long after, they were set upon by a gargantuan bird of prey, a roc. This monstrous bird came at them hard, but a short battle ensued, and the party was able to get the upper hand thanks to the smart use of a featherfall spell by Greg. The roc began to retreat faster than they could fly, with Defect in its claws. However, Defect was not a prisoner to be taken easily, and managed to slay the creature mid-flight, which then took him crashing down to the ground with it. Afterwards, Defect stood up from the crash, hurt, but still alive, as the massive bird monstrosity lay dead behind him. Another hour of flying was had, during which Adis noticed a small valley of stone statues that seemed to wear garb similar to his home village of Lycos, except with fox imagery. But the group chose to mark it on the map and not investigate it, and press on until they were forced to rest due to Olive's spell wearing off. However, during that downtime, the party was beset upon by this series of life-draining mists. Unsure if the attacks were really doing anything, the party did their best, but eventually succeeded in dispersing the strange red flashing mist. And that is where we pick up. With our party on these mountains, in this pass that's pretty clear of danger for the moment, it seems, the mists that were attacking them and flashing red have indeed turned, or have dispersed, rather. They haven't turned into anything. They've just dispersed. However, you were not able to complete a short rest at that time. You could try again.
If we want to keep going, we need to take a short rest.
I will just also point out that you can always opt to go by foot. Like, that is an option.
Sure, if we want to keep flying, I need to rest. I need a nap.
I don't know. These past couple days, it's been like a dream. So I'm just going with the flow. All the things attacking us, and yeah.
You, for being in a dream, you were doing a fantastic job.
It's true.
Sometimes it's just better if I don't think. Sometimes I think too hard. Like I see too many solutions, and sometimes when I just go with my gut, or it just works.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Olive, would you like to keep resting?
I think a rest would be lovely.
Cool. So you hunker down for a nice bit of a rest. it is not too long after you all departed as well. Remember, it's been about 3 hours since you left your campsite, but you settle down in for a short rest. If anybody wants to spend hit dice, they can. If anybody wants to stay up and stay on watch, they can. But if you do that, you cannot expend hit dice.
I'll stay up on watch. I'm at full health.
Great.
I think I am too.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was an eagle at the end.
Right, but you are resting to recoup things, so.
Yes, I am resting anyway. But I was trying to figure out where my hit dice were, but I was still an eagle at the end of the fight, so therefore Olive's hit points are fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you got missed every single time from the mist. Amber, you did miss a lot of puns last week.
Yes.
Aww.
There were many. Between rock and mist, there were many opportunities.
They're my favorite.
Yeah. You just go back and watch the VOD. You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Okay. I suck at that.
Yes. I don't think actually that anyone's hit points except for Defect and Grig were below max actually at the end of last week.
Yeah, no, and
Well,
I think
yeah. No, but we have a reduced max.
Paduk Gay used aid, which
boosted your max up a little bit, but some people had
And then we had
a reduced max. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got aided and then I got reduced max, and so it literally out of the 10 points I got reduced by 9, so I'm still at 1 extra.
Great.
I'm at -1.
Great.
I had the opposite.
Yeah, as long as you just remember that for the time being, that's fine.
Yep, I totally have the -1, and I'm at
Cool.
the new max because I was an eagle at the end of that fight, and
yeah,
and Olive still has her hit points. The eagle lost some, but not all.
Great.
Cool. Caught up to date.
Yeah.
All right. We're rested.
Wonderful. Yeah. So an hour goes by, the mist being gone. Nothing else comes and bothers you during this time here. So you are free to beast shape. And how many more polymorphs do you have in you today?
2.
Great. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. 2 more polymorphs, and then I need a long rest.
Cool.
All right. We ready to fly?
Yes.
I burrito Greg up again before Defect picks them up.
Yeah. Paduk, by the way, spent the short rest cleaning the inside of your hood, Adis, because he felt guilty about throwing up in it last time. So he just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, as best he could.
Defect's an eagle, and I'm an eagle.
All right. So
Off we go.
Defect clutches Grig in one claw. Olive clutches Adis, who is in turn clutched by Paduk, and off you fly.
In his hood.
In
There's
the hood.
a lot of clutching going on.
Yep. If there were pearls, that would be, the best thing.
We're not adventuring with a lot of pearls.
No, just a couple, I think.
Greg has some.
Oh, Greg might. I think.
One
yeah,
pearl.
so I think Scoot has one.
One known pearl.
Glorious. So, as you fly, I would just like Eagle Defect and Eagle Olive to give me a couple of strength checks as you soar. Yes, the reason these are strength checks is because you're getting much higher in altitude now. Great. And you are starting to break through the lower level of winds and get to the much higher ones. And you can see that pretty soon you'll probably be cresting the middle part of the mountains with your various eagle visions, and there will be snow below you for a little while. Ooh. Probably.
Snow.
Luckily, most of you have cold weather gear. Except for little Paduk. But, hey.
He's in Adis's hood. That's cozy.
Yeah, it's plenty warm. He's also not humanoid. He's a fey creature, so Cold might not affect him the same way.
Cool. Giant Eagle is +3 to strength, Mike.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
I
he
rolled that
rolled. He rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
So
Fall.
Olive,
No.
you have no problems navigating this wind. Defect, the heavy gusts of wind and being an eagle provide you with much difficulty, and you actually can't get very far. You do not get nearly as much progress as you would have liked over the course of the next hour. You do make some, but not nearly enough as you have been, because the winds were just too much. But yeah,
Olive will circle back and make sure that Defect is still back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
every time she gets too far ahead, she'll circle back,
Sure,
walk at him in Giant Eagle. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, no matter how much you encourage him, he's just having a hard time.
Your form is terrible.
So you fly off as best you can. You get up to like a high rocky cliff around the time the hour ends up. It was a lot of like spiraling up for Olive to like come back down. Defect was probably trying to like do like beat the wings to catch up instead of like using the air currents, and so it just there wasn't a lot of progress. But you do land on a cliff, and you can, well, give me a perception check. Anyone can give me a perception check. If you are not an eagle, you have disadvantage because of the wind in your eyes. Cool. Yeah, great. So Sarah, Olive with an 11, you don't notice anything
Jesus.
dangerous about the cliff.
Oh wait, I didn't roll at disadvantage. How do I do that in D&D Beyond? Or with the
It's either
Beyond one?
Shift or Alt. I forget which one is which. You should also be able to just set it to always roll.
Yeah.
But
Do that.
with a 14, Grig doesn't notice anything particularly disturbing about it. Adis and Defect, however, with a 29 and a 17, you notice that the cliff seems to be the only stable place around, but the cliff is not empty. There are about 8 humanoids, like big humanoids, like on it.
Cool.
And they appear to have clocked you, Defect, and Adis, you can tell that as well. I think what's going on is Olive is busy like looking back at Defect and just like busy searching for a place to land because she knows her spell is about to be up. And the last thing they need is for Grig and Defect to go plummeting down. And Grig is just having a great time.
Guys, there seems to be something on that cliff face. I don't know if you can hear me.
I would
I
say
don't know if I can hear you either.
I'd say you're close enough where you can shout and be heard by one another, and the eagles can understand you.
But we can just screech back at you.
Yeah.
So, screech.
Great.
Is it a good thing on the cliff or a bad thing?
They
Adis,
look big.
Adis, with the 29, you can tell what they are immediately. They are a bunch of Goliath.
Oh.
Oh.
So they're like half giant humanoids.
They're Goliaths.
Sounds bad. I'm going to screech at Defect. Touchdown, change back, change again, take off. 30 seconds on the ground max.
Well, that was a lot of instructions, but okay.
Wait, Jared, wasn't the Baron Goliath, or was he half orc?
No, he was a Goliath.
Okay.
You've seen a few Goliath in your time, in your travels. Like, they haven't all been jerks.
Okay.
And these ones appear to be like around a like in a clustered group, just kind of like hanging out and like watching the eagles that have people in them.
Mm-hmm.
People in their talons.
I would watch that too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Be like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah. How much space? Like, is there room for us to land not in the middle of them?
Yeah.
I think we land as far from them as we can and get back in the air as fast as possible.
You're squawking at Defect, right?
I am squawking at Defect because none of y'all can understand me. Only Defect can.
Greg, do you know what she's saying? She's squawking very aggressively.
Why would I know? What are you talking about?
You can talk in their mind, right?
Oh, maybe? I don't know. I cast message to Defect. What are we doing?
Defect, you hear it.
Does that work? Can I respond back?
I mean, you can reply. I don't know if I'll understand it.
I think you can respond if you know a language.
I think you can only respond in Giant Eagle.
Well, the Giant Eagle says understands Common and Orin, but can't speak them.
Yeah.
Does that translate to like thoughts as well?
Can
I?
The target message can whisper.
And can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it is not a telepathic thing. It is a subtle auditory thing. So, Defect, you can hear it, but
I can't respond to it.
Well, you can't.
I mean,
Giant Eagle.
you could screech at them.
All right, I screech, and then give a wink. Does that work?
Given that Greg is in your talons and cannot like see your face, probably not.
No, I can't like bend my head down.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Look at my feet.
You can do that. Greg, you see an eagle wink at you and screech.
Okay.
So as you are coming in for a landing, you can see that the Goliath troop has like stood up, like they were like happily sitting and watching, and now the eagles are coming into land. They are more intrigued, especially with the figures in them. Adis, you and Greg are deposited by your friends, and the Goliath tromp over. They're like in big furs and everything. And they all seem to have like big axes and whatever. Pardon me. One of them comes over. Do you need help? As your eagles land next to you. The spell is moments away from popping, Olive, and you can tell.
No, we just need to land for a second before we take off again.
Ah, tired pet eagles.
One's a druid and the other one is under her spell.
And at this point, Defect is Defect again. Oh. Magic eagles.
Olive will also drop eagle, since I can't do anything as an eagle.
Sure.
More or less. Quick question. We're trying to get to the Grove of Embering Elms. Does that sound like anything familiar to you?
They all look at each
forest.
other. And they kind of mutter something, and then they look back at you. The Flame Forest on the east of the mountains. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's I'm gonna point in the direction I'm assuming it's in. Just because like I'm good with mountains and survival.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's a bit that way.
Oh, many days. At least on mountain many days, but if you're flying, probably less.
Okay, but that is the correct direction?
Yeah, if you go kind of more that way, you'll go around to the north part, and if you go kind of more that way, you'll go to the south part.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. I just wanted to make sure we're heading in the right direction. We've never been that way.
Oh, well, it smokes. You'll see it.
Okay. Good to know. Olive, you took note of that?
Yes.
Okay. I appreciate it. Do you guys I have some magical berries that fill your stomach if you eat one. Do you want one?
They all look around and they're like, sure. Yeah, we'll
How
take
many
that.
are there?
There's 8 of them.
I'll give them 8 berries.
All right, you dole out 8 good berries. And they all look at it and kind of sniff it.
Are they delicious good berries?
They're raspberries.
One of them kind of gets a order barked at them by the one who's been talking to you and plops it and kind of nods. The others all plop it. Ah, you must be powerful people.
I mean, maybe.
Yes.
Depends what you consider powerful.
Are you
The
just
strongest.
Sometimes.
are you just crossing mountains, or are you going to live here?
Just crossing.
Hmm.
We're trying to learn more about what the world has become after the big storms.
Big storms. A lot of big storms up here.
Well, yeah, the magical ones that changed a lot.
Oh, those. They made
Yeah.
these mountains. That's what we know.
Yeah.
Yes, we're trying to more or less get more of an idea of what the state of the world is currently.
Make a deception check.
That's not decept.
You can have advantage on it. Because you're lying about your purpose here, but you're not being completely dishonest. $16?
16.
Cool. Ah. Well, mountains have been dangerous as ever. Still lots
Fair.
of creatures around here.
Mhm.
Watch out higher up. Many
Do we
many dangerous things up on the peaks.
Like what? We ran into a giant, like a bird that was bigger than these things.
Yeah. Rock.
Yeah, we killed it.
Oh, good. Which one?
It was kind of by a village of stone people.
Ah, Krimbava.
Krimbava.
That's what we call it.
What does that mean?
Means big bird by statues.
Oh,
That checks out.
accurate. Yeah, works. Yeah, that's that one. Defect here actually landed the killing blow mid-air.
Defect kind of.
This guy kind of like sizes you up a little bit and kind of goes, You look tough.
I am tough.
He is tough.
Hmm.
Um,
What are you made of?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's one thing we're trying to figure out.
How does he work? Do you buy these things in the
I don't
in
know.
the
How do
lowlands?
you work?
I don't know. Grig is the one that found them in Winton.
I don't know where that is.
It's at Port City.
Over
Like
that
a city
away.
by the ocean.
Ocean.
Big
Ocean.
body of water.
Oh.
Water that you can't really drink because it
What?
tastes bad.
Never heard of that.
Okay.
I don't think they get out much.
It's fine. We're not totally he's what's called an Arcanaton? Don't know much more than that.
Right.
This world's full of a lot of weird things.
Yeah. Definitely is.
You were saying what other things are up high?
Stag birds, they're up there.
That's different than the rock?
Oh yeah. Much smaller. Head like a
Okay.
deer.
Oh,
Interesting.
Uh,
Okay.
sometimes giant eagles do fly through. So, you know, there's your friends, I guess.
Right.
Watch out for dragon.
There's a dragon.
Couple.
What color?
Well, one white and the other silver.
So at least one of them is not very nice.
Been a while since we've seen either of them, but you know, they exist.
good to know. Are they big dragons?
Yeah.
Well,
And when you ask that, he looks at you like it's a fucking dragon. Of course it's big.
Well, we
As dragons go, like
yeah
sometimes they're smaller than average ones, and sometimes they're bigger than average ones.
well
We killed
the,
a dragon.
the dragon that we killed was on the younger side, so I think that's what Olive meant.
Olive doesn't know anything about that dragon.
Oh.
I know. I'm just no. Like, I mean, I'm sure we've told the story of how I'm now wearing that dragon,
Fair.
but yeah, like on the younger side, or is it like an adult?
Well, we've been wary of it for many generations.
Okay, so old.
Yeah.
That checks out. We will attempt to give that a wide berth.
Smart.
Well, are you all ready to keep going?
I'm ready when y'all are.
I'm ready.
Alright.
Stay safe, you all.
Hmm.
Stay warm.
Have fun flying. And he kind of like raises his arm, and his cloak opens a little bit when he raises his arm. You see that these people are not like wearing a lot of clothing. They have like belts and pants or like furred loincloths and like shoulder stuff. But not much like in terms of like shirts or armor or anything.
Mhm.
Adis, you do notice that the one who like waves as you go to get ready to fly off into the sky again has like a harness thing, like a bandolier. And there is a very old medallion like on it, and like the centerpiece that is a fox head.
Hmm.
May I ask what that is? It's very nice.
Oh. Well, from long time ago, found it. No. You mean the metal or the leather?
The metal.
Oh, yeah, traded for that.
Traded with who?
There are a few, and he indicates you, Adis, humans who live up here in places, and they like these creatures. I thought it looked cute.
Aha. Do you know? Can you give me a direction where they might be?
They always come to us.
Could you possibly give them a message for me?
I guess. Why?
I'm from a sister tribe of theirs. I don't know if they might remember my tribe, but it's worth a shot. It's been 1,000 years.
Sure.
Just tell them that the Lycosians are waiting for them in Fey Harbor.
Lycosians, Bay Harbor.
Here, I'll write it down, and I'll just like take out a little piece of notebook paper and just write it down and give it to them.
They look at it. Okay.
I would appreciate it.
Sure. And just kind of crams it into his pouch.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell, like, he kind of looked at the letters, but he didn't necessarily read them.
Well, they see if he hands them the note if he can't remember. Hopefully.
Sure. Yeah. But all that being said, you are free to cast your spell, do your beast shape, and away you go.
Up, and away.
Cool. Once again, as you fly, I would like you both to make strength checks as eagles.
Yes.
Better. 14.
Great. Yeah. This time, you've got a handle on it this time. You've kind of like watch Olive for a moment and then kind of just copy her movements. And by copying her movements and like following in her path, you get a sense of how you're supposed to handle these more tumultuous winds. And up you guys go.
I will screech at him. Now you've got it.
Indeed. Yes. So indeed, up you climb high in the sky. After about half an hour or so, you can tell you are thoroughly in a snowy area. It is snowing around you. You've got to be close to some of the taller peaks at this point. Snow's accumulating beneath you. The rocks are snowy.
The rocks are snowing.
The rocks are snowy.
Oh, snowy.
It's snowing rocks.
There are big hail occasionally, but you're able to.
Not those rocks like the bird.
Oh,
That's a little concerning for a flying creature.
Rock droppings. You fly on, and you get up to what? Like you are above clouds at this point. Or well, almost like you're at like cloud what is it? The cloud layer? Like you're kind of like up there. The mountains are like the peaks definitely go up above, but you don't have to fly up that high.
Right.
It's probably better if you don't, honestly. And you would know that. But your time on your spell begins to ponk out. Go ahead, give me perception checks to find a locale.
Oh, I'm feeling so perceptive.
Yeah, with a natural 20, all of you easily find a perception. You usually find a perception. You easily find a precipice. That was the word. That you want to land on. That looks sturdy. Doesn't look like it's going to break or be a landslide. And it's a place where you can, get a short rest. It's about midday, maybe a little after by this point. So you can get a short rest there, but you know that you won't have the ability to turn defect back into anything.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can't make forward progress. It just means that you are limited to either walking or setting camp for the next half of the day.
Right.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's about a little after midday, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we can't keep flying unless I take a long rest.
Well, you can't take a long rest in the middle of the day.
Right. Ready? You all
Nope.
To continuing forward a little
Like
bit?
long rest is like actually sleeping and like
Right.
you can't just like go to bed at noon. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you have to be up for the day, and then...
I go to bed at noon all the time.
Well, mechanically.
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast says no.
Well, Wizards of the Coast.
Well, DM says you are not at a place where you could gain any benefits from having a long rest.
Okay. Is there, like, can we get off this precipice? Like, are we on a cliff, or can we keep walking?
You could easily like take the precipice down. Like, there is like a descent that seems to go in the direction that you've been flying. You just are on like a flat piece. There's like a cliff part that like the wind has like swept it clean of snow, and then there's like a more snow covered part that's got a few like scrub bushes and rocks on it.
Because like, if we just jump, Greg still has Featherfall prepared.
Sure. And I can keep flying after an hour, but I can't lift defect.
Right.
So I can carry stuff. And
I mean,
but yeah, I don't think splitting the party is a good idea. Like, I don't want to get too far ahead.
we should just walk.
Mhm.
Which path looks safer?
Make a
there a
survival
choice?
check, Adis. Take a look with your mountain specialties.
Just straight?
You can have advantage on it, sure.
It's your favorite terrain, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that doesn't give him too much in terms of this kind of stuff.
35.
Ha! Yeah, you can
Really give him
you can see a
anything.
path that will you can see a path down the direction you want to go that will avoid like landfalls and scree falls. That doesn't mean there might not be like loose rocks if you are if you are unlucky in where you grab, like it is a raw mountainside, but like there's no like pile of rocks that looks really janky. And it seems to be pretty solid in terms of like cliff face as opposed to like a bunch of small scree pebbles.
Right. That way looks good. Or at least decent, not terrible, for as far as this mountaintop goes.
So are you going to rest before you climb, or are you gonna walk? I just want to know.
I mean, I'm done to just walk, because I don't think there's too much we can use Olive's wild shape for.
Okay.
Unless we run into something big and scary.
And we still have Defect. Defect is big and scary.
Defect is big and scary. Olive likes to be big and scary when we encounter big and scary things.
Yeah. Cool.
But sure.
Great. So you all have landed. You are all your normal humanoid forms, and you begin trudging along. Following this path, you kind of like walk around like various parts of the mountain. There are precipices that are like cliffs that like drop off and like go down, and you kind of descend a couple of them. With that survival check, I'm not going to make you roll for anything else because you've found a safe path.
Great. We're also all carrying climbing gear, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. So with all of that, like you can easily, with Adis's guide, do that. But go ahead, give me perception checks, everybody.
Perception is less exciting when I'm not an eagle.
Well, you know.
Big, scary, and not perceptive.
Well, you know, flying is hard work. You're sleepy.
Yeah.
You don't need to be
Blue.
perceptive.
Yeah, my arm's tired.
Yeah, we've been working all morning while they.
So Adis, you are all like walking along on one of these like ledges, for lack of a better term, with like the open precipice below it. And everybody's kind of walking along in a line, what is the marching order?
Imagine Adis is up front, and then I could be behind Adis.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I'll be
and
behind Defect, I
Olive,
guess.
I kind of, wherever Defect is, I'm as close as possible to Defect.
All right, cool.
So I can be between Adis and Defect, or I can be between Olive and Defect, or...
Apparently I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay. Yeah, and Paduk is just like fluttering along next to Adis, as he is wont to do.
Something's coming out of the precipice, isn't it?
Hmm?
I said something's coming out of the precipice, isn't it?
A giant precipice monster comes up and eats you all.
I knew it.
No, but as you're walking around this corner, you do see
Donnie.
figures in the...
No, sorry.
Oh. You see Donnie coming out of the precipice.
Donnie Darko attack. Donnie Wahlberg, everybody run.
I should maybe mute my mic when I'm talking to the dog. Sorry.
Indeed. You see, Adis, 6 winged forms flying towards you. As you look, you notice that they are not as large as eagles, but they are still pretty big.
Like condor size?
Like bigger than that, like human sized.
Okay. This is not terrible.
But as they fly in, they have like wings of eagles or birds or whatever, some sort of raptor wings. But on the top of their heads, they have the antlers of a stag. Adis, I'd like you to make a nature check for me. You can have advantage on this, actually.
Natural 20.
Glorious. Yeah, these are monstrosities that you know to be called perytons. Kind of a fun thing you know about these perytons is they have, instead of beaks, they actually have like teeth, and like muzzles, and they are coming in on you quick and fast. And you know that like the way these things reproduce is by eating a fresh heart of humanoids. That's how they reproduce. So they need that to make babies, and they're coming at you hard.
Yes.
So
I want to make babies.
I'm going to need everyone to roll some initiative.
Cool. Oh, apparently I've no valid token was selected in the turn tracker.
Liv, can you tell these things I'm not interested in them?
No, not without taking it.
It's a nice offer, but I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Glorious. Great.
Dang it, I don't have any 3rd levels, do I? It's still the same day.
Sorry. You still have a ton of magic missiles, and I think you still have 1 hex left.
No, I don't. I only do it once per long rest.
Magic missile?
And
Magic initiative.
Mike, you're still running Paduk, I believe?
Yep.
I rotated twice on the rock.
Defect rolled a 21 and Paduk a 20.
Great. Great.
Sure. Not sure how great it is.
No, it's glorious. What are you talking about?
Wait, maybe we
cool.
can tame one of these for the house.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how we do here.
Olive doesn't want a zoo at the house.
Ooh, I've got it has a fun little roll initiative emote in chat.
Ooh.
How very fun and exciting. Cool. Well, first up in our adventures here is Defect. Defect, you have Adis has just pointed out these birds are incoming. But they are not upon you yet.
They're incoming. So, like
Is it
these
still
guys,
snowing?
not.
It's lightly snowing. Yeah, it's like a constant thing up here. So they are not at ground level, but
Okay.
they are coming in.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Defect is going to step forward, activate Rage, and he will ready his axe attack for the first one that comes near him.
All right. Good to know. What will Paduk do? All of you are on deck.
Paducah is gonna, step back here a little bit, and cast. How far away are they? Distance wise.
They're about from Paduk. The closest one is about 35 feet. No, one's
Okay.
about 30 feet.
30 feet. Cool. He will cast Hold the Dead towards the closest one.
All right.
So that's a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Ooh, and it rolls a natural 20.
Damn. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
he's
so
gonna-
the wind chime that Paduk generates for his Toll of the Dead just gets lost in the wind,
Yes.
unfortunately. Cannot be heard by the creature.
Well, that's Paduk's turn.
All right, that brings us to Olive.
Olive is going to
Grig, you're on deck.
enlarge Defect.
Yes.
All right,
Ain't nobody flying off a Defect now.
so you step up to Defect and enlarge him.
Yeah.
All right.
You are now doubled in all dimensions and are eight
Oh wait,
times heavier.
how
Ooh.
wide is this path?
Well, you're on it if you look at the map.
Yeah, there's plenty of space. He's just now large instead of medium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was like I thought we were like walking this way along the cliff, not that this is okay. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought this was
Yeah.
the whole mountain.
Oh no!
We're walking.
It is not a plan view. It is a landscape view. It is
Okay.
it is a top down view.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So so this thing here is like the pointy out part of a ledge.
Great. Defect, you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and your axe does an extra 1d4 damage. While it is
1d4
large.
damage. All right.
Yeah, in addition to whatever it normally does.
Yes.
And then Olive is going to cast Shillelagh on her quarterstaff and be prepared to whack anything that comes close to her.
Is
All
that
right.
2 actions?
No.
Uh-oh.
Shillelagh is a bonus action.
Is it a
On the
cantrip?
staff. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
If I actually swing the quarterstaff, that's an action.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
But setting it to
And Shillelagh's not concentration, right? It just
that is correct.
Yep, you're good.
I
It just is.
My mind thought Shillelagh was the actual swing of it.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I mean, it rolls that way, oddly enough. Like when I cast it, it rolls the attack roll, but it's the cantrip itself just transforms my quarterstaff into
Yeah.
a magical weapon, and I can't whack anything with it with my next turn, but
Nope. Yeah, no problem. It just lasts for a minute. It's all good.
But
Very
if something
cool.
comes close to me and I take a reaction, it is already magical.
Yeah. Cool. That brings us then to, and you're gonna just stay there behind Defect.
Yeah, just gonna stay there.
All right. That brings us to Greg with Adis on deck.
Cool. Has Ada told us this thing about hearts?
He was able. You were able to point out like, hey, we have incoming, but that's about it at this point in time.
All right. Then Greg will keep it simple. Going to firebolt that one.
Great.
Apparently not.
Ooh. Yeah.
Comes back to session, not one.
You go to release, and it's been a hot minute, and it's kind of cold up here. So the tips of your fingers were a little cold, but they're not anymore. You take 3 points of fire damage as your firebolt blasts back in your hand.
But hey, at least your fingers are warm now.
That's true.
Yes.
And you're gonna hang out there.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying because like people have movement on their turn. That's why I'm asking.
I know. I don't think I would go anywhere.
Okay, that brings us to Adis.
I'm going to and we'll go for that one. Planar warrior. And then
Alright.
as I'm knocking an arrow, just be like, don't let them eat your heart. And then fire.
Go for it.
Is that a concern?
16.
16 will hit. For 18 damage. My gosh.
No, 11.
Oh, 11. Because it's no sneak
11,
attack.
and then D&D Beyond isn't good with this part. That's planar warrior. Oh, so it's the same shit. So
Oh,
18.
nice.
Yeah.
Great. Very cool. Yeah, the first arrow gets it right in the chest, and it screeches a horrible like weird like if you've ever heard like a deer call, but like more high pitched.
Yep.
Sounds
Like this.
terrible.
It's really annoying and really horrifying.
Second shot, and with that, I'm going to tell it to shut up because I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14 will hit.
Oh. Wait, which one's the... Oh, oops, I left planar warrior on. So the second hit's a 7.
All right. Very cool.
And then I'm just gonna step a little bit back from the big thing. The big defect.
All right. Cool.
Is this a bush?
Yeah, it is a snow-covered like bush.
How big is it?
It's not very big. It's like 4 feet tall.
Oh, okay. I can't hide. Okay. That's fine. I'll stand by the bush.
All right. It is now the Perryton's turn. These two
Yep.
come right after you. They come diving towards you.
You did shoot them.
I shot one.
You shot one of them, but you were also the closest thing that wasn't by the big scary thing.
Oh, so I want to stand by the big scare. Damn it.
I mean, who knows what they're thinking, but they are coming at you. Let's see. The first attack, the first one misses you hard. It tries to gore you with its antlers as it dives in towards you, and like just totally misses and like into the bush. It does, however, attempt to scrape you with its talons along the same route, and that is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
You take 16 piercing damage as its talons slash at you.
Ouch.
And it flies by you, kind of picking itself up. And
Opportunity attack on that?
you do not actually. they
Gross.
they
That thing you
swoop
mentioned
in.
before.
Fly by.
And
They have fly.
and Adis, when this first one does it, you know that like these things were designed by whatever entity created them to get in and get out and
Mhm.
be mean about it.
Oh wait, monstrosities! I forgot. Extra 2 damage per hit. I do.
All right, I'll take that. So that's another -4 to that. Cool. So the one you hit now like comes at you, attempting to gore you, but misses with a 13. But its talons attempt to rake you with a 23.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
Barely beat my armor class. Just by barely.
oh wow, look at that. That time you take 15 points of slashing damage as it swoops around and flies back out.
I like these things, guys.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like their whole attack strategy is dive bombing.
unfortunate.
Yeah. This one swoops in towards Olive.
Hate it. Hate it
the-
already.
Swing, bada, swing.
Two of them actually swoop in to all of them. Two of them swoop into Grig. They seem to be ignoring Defect. But Defect,
What?
you do not appear to have what they want. Well, actually, you don't know that. But yeah, they did not come for you. But you can attack one of them as they like, because you were holding for when one came in range. So you can
You're right.
do a swing on one. I will let you tell me, are you attacking one that was going for Olive or one that was going for Grig?
For Grig.
All right, cool. Go for it.
Sorry, Olive.
Yeah, they all kind of like come in at the same time. So
All right. So, an 18 to hit,
yep, that definitely hits, and they
Wow.
takes 9 damage.
plus another 4.
Oh right,
because
because
I'm
you're giant. So 13. Nice. All right. So two of them attempt to gore and slash at Olive. The first one is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So this one rams its horns right into you, and you take 8 piercing damage from its attack,
Ow.
and its talons slash you with a 20 for another 8 piercing damage.
Ow.
That
That really hurt.
as it then flies back up into the air. The other one kind of coming across, crisscrossing at you, is a 16 to hit.
Yep.
All right. So that first one like spins you around. This other one comes in and clips your other shoulder, spinning you back the other way. You take 11 points of piercing damage from the goring antlers of this thing. And its talons miss you entirely.
Great.
It seems like its talons dig it like got too low, and its talons just like it was going for your legs, and it just scrapes a deep trench in the stone and flies off. The two coming in for Grig, the first one is a 13 to hit with its antlers, and then a 16 with its talons.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So its talons rake you for 20 points of damage
Jesus.
as you feel the talons just pierce into you and just rake across you on this first one, and it flies
I don't like these burbs.
back up in the air. The
Unfriendly
other one that Defect smashed misses you with its antlers, and also misses you with its talons as well. Seems like the attack from Defect threw it off, and it just flies up into the air away from you. That brings us back to the top with defect.
So they're all back up in the air.
Yeah, they're all a good 30 feet in the air.
Huh.
You saw that their attack pattern was all just dive bomb and raking attacks. They are not stay in close quarters attackers.
Right. I'm gonna move down here then.
Oh, Olive, I need concentration checks from you on enlarge.
All right.
Actually, maybe I'll just move to here.
Oh, sorry, you're small again.
Oh, indeed. The concentration drops, and you are normal size defect.
All right. I'll come. Yeah. So I'll be there, and same thing. I'll just ready an attack for when they come near.
Great. I love it. That brings us to Paduk.
Paduk, medicine check, because I know some people took damage.
Do it.
14.
With a 14, immediately looking next to him, Adis looks hurt. Olive looks hurt. Grig looks hurt. Defect is kind of hurt, but the other, especially Grig and Adis are definitely, they got hit multiple times by those things.
Yeah, Grig.
So did Olive, but she didn't seem to take as much as the other two did.
Okay. I guess since Paduk would see Grig next to Defect and Olive, Paduk will heal Adis instead.
Great.
So Cure Wounds. 7 points back to you, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paduk flies in, touches your shoulder real quick and says, "Feel better, Adis." And you feel warm healing energies from Paduk.
Yeah.
New warm fuzzies.
Yes,
I
that's
feel
Paduk's
good.
turn.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That brings us then to Olive. Grig, you're on deck.
Cool. You said it is snowing?
Yeah, it's lightly snowing. It's dusting. It's not it's not a storm. It is just dusting of snow.
It's unfortunate. But hey, things I can do at a distance include throw lightning. So,
Yeah. Cool. This is Call Lightning. Which one are you targeting?
how about? It doesn't matter. This one.
All right. It will make a dexterity saving throw, and it fails. It takes 8 lightning damage.
Yes.
Glorious.
Yeah, it was kind of pathetic, actually.
Yeah, you call down a lightning strike, and it, and the creature, it for a second, it's like in a cartoon where you see the skeleton when a bird gets struck by lightning, and it's just, except the skeleton. You notice in that instance the skeleton is all wrong. For what it should be. But good. So you are concentrating on that now?
I am now concentrating on that. See how long that lasts.
All right. That brings us to Grig of the Rust.
Okay, great. Grig is going to pull out my little cannon and say, "All right, wake up. Here we go again." I do so and I have to expend a first level spell to do it. It's going to come out in force mode.
Glorious. Let's get a little chomper action. Chow. There he is.
Yay, Chomper!
There's Chomper. Great. Chomper is out in pew pew mode, feeling offensive today.
Ooh.
It's going to target. Which one attacked me?
These two over here are the ones that attempted to attack you.
Okay, great. I'm gonna shoot that one.
Yep.
With the Force Ballista.
Yay, Force Ballista.
15 hit.
A 15 does hit.
14 force damage.
Glorious.
And it's pushed up to 5 feet away from the cannon.
All right. It kind of does a little and kind of topples and kind of catches itself in its wings.
Great. And action, Greg is going to firebolt. Same one. 13?
A 13 will hit.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. Well, 5.
Dang.
Oh, and I have to do my 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Slash R1. 11.
All right, for 11 fire damage. Yeah, this thing's looking really rough.
Good.
But yeah, it's still cooking. Its feathers are all singed and charred. Its antlers have been blackened by ash. Adis, that is your turn. Unless you want to move or anything, Greek.
Nah, I'm just gonna stick with my buddy.
So, I have a question.
Yeah.
With the spell Ensnaring Strike, it restrains the target.
Yeah.
If something is flying, would I know if that would make it drop?
It absolutely would.
Okay, sweet. That gives something for defect to hit. So Ensnaring Strike, I'll shoot this one.
All right, yeah, go for it.
And it's just a longbow attack.
Fire at it.
18
18 hits.
for 10, and I need a strength save DC 16.
Ooh, let's see what it can do. It rolls a 13. It fails.
All right.
So it gets completely wrapped and restrained by vines that just sprout out from the arrow.
Cool. So this magical arrow appears and you release it. And normally they're just like little purpley pink arrows from Greg's, or kind of ready arrows from Greg's bow that they have crafted for you. But this time it's got like this like double helix around it of green that's your own energies on top of it. And it blasts into the creature, doing the piercing damage. And then your magics wrap around it, the vines sprouting and restraining it. It goes from like soaring and being like rah to like and down it goes.
Is it flying high enough to take bludgeoning damage when it lands?
It was 30 feet in the air. So it's going to take some falling damage.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem to hurt it as much as you think falling from 30 feet would hurt, but like it hurts.
Any amount of hurting is good hurting.
But it is decidedly restrained and on the ground right over there. Bonk.
And I'll just
yeah.
look over to Defect. There's one for you to hit, and then I'll go over to the one that... do I see the one that's looking rough that Greg was shooting?
Yeah. Do you get another attack with Ensnaring Strike?
It's a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
It's a bonus action that...
Ranger shenanigans. No, go for it.
Yeah. I don't get much as a ranger.
No, it's all good. I love it. Do it.
It's the first time that spell actually worked.
Yay!
It's a good
I had
time.
it for so long. Alright, I'm going to shoot the one Greg was shooting with a 19 for another 10.
Yeah, it plummets to the ground, charred and dead and punctured and smashed. It's just dead on the ground. It kind of makes a little furrow in the snow as it crashes into the ground.
Alright, that is my turn.
All right, next up are the creatures. This definitely has caught their attention, Adis.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You look like somebody hurts them now.
Yeah, they're kind of all interested in what you got inside you now.
All the boys are.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they all dive right at you.
Damn.
Because
They're all here
And what
for
if
no
them
show.
like crash into each other? Because that would be hilarious.
they're pretty agile. They're like made for this kind of crap. Let's see. Ooh, that's a 22 on the first one. Oh, nice. You take 9 points of piercing damage from the first one's antlers. Its talons totally miss you. And it goes flying by you. The second one comes in with a 12.
That misses.
Great. Good job on the con save for your ensnaring strike. The talons, that's a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah. Great. He flies on by you. The third one comes in. That's a natural 20 with its antlers.
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh, that sucks a lot. Wow. Crits are bad when they have this ability. This dive attack really just blasts into you, like it full on, like you dodge the other two, and this other one comes in from the side. For a total of 28, 31 damage.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, it's
that was my health. I was at 31.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So this one comes in from behind and just like smashes you onto the ground.
How many more need to hit him still?
One.
So you are prone and unconscious.
The other bird gets released.
Okay. So that one is unrestrained.
Hold on. Is it concentration on the spell? I think it's just concentration on the whole spell.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one kind of redirects and flies back around and lands on Adis, and the rest of you see it attempting to claw into his chest. Which it's gonna make a talon attack on you at advantage.
That happens.
That's a 23. That's 2 failed death saves.
Yep.
So this one is on top of Adis right now. This one redirects and uses this and flies over towards. Actually, it fly over to Grig. So Defect, you get your opportunity attack on it, or your held action, not an opportunity attack.
Yeah. A 12 to hit.
A 12 will not hit. It just flies under your axe
That was good
blade.
damage too. All right.
Yeah, it just flies under your axe blade as it attempts to gore Greg with a dirty 20. Greg, oof, you take 21 piercing damage from it smashing into you with its antlers. And then its talons are 16 to hit.
Shield.
Cool. You put up your red fiery shield, and the talons scrape across it as the creature goes flying just beyond you. That brings us to... and this one over here just kind of flies up in the air. Does not attempt to attack anybody. It seems like it just goes up. That brings us to Defect. Defect, you can see Adis is down. He just took a massive hit. And this thing is...
And there's a bird on him.
And like it's using its goat-like muzzle and like sharp pointy teeth to attempt, and talons to attempt to dig into his chest.
Right. Defect is, I bet, reckless, and he'll do the -5 +10.
Okay.
great weapon master feat.
Yep.
All right, so an 18 or 17
17 will absolutely hit.
for 16 points of damage.
Glorious.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I
You
guess I'll do it again.
smash into it. Yeah. Do it.
-5 plus 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ah, damn.
A 10,
That's
unfortunately, is going to miss. However, you have disrupted the creatures from digging into Adis. Like
That's good.
you've come and like attacked it, and like it's like "Rrr." Now it's got to deal with you before it can get whatever it is it wants. That brings us
Good,
to
good.
Paduk, who definitely sees all this shit
Yeah.
go down.
Dude's gonna step in a little bit.
Paduk flutters in.
And
I'm coming, Adis.
yep, and we'll do another cure wounds on Adis.
What level cure wounds?
10 points of healing damage.
Glorious. Adis,
That's out.
you are no longer unconscious. You are simply prone. You have 10
Not
points
dead.
of healing. But oh man, does your chest hurt a lot? You can feel it. You got blasted by that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel that in the morning.
Yeah. Anything else from Paduk? It's got a bonus action still, right?
He does. What does he do for bonus actions?
I think the only one he has is healing word.
Toll the dead.
No, that's action.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's
Never
an
mind.
action.
Yeah.
But he could healing word Adis as well.
No, he can't.
Cure wounds.
He used cure wounds.
Yeah, I use cure wounds.
Oh, that's
Which
right.
is
That's right. Yeah.
I was like, does Paduk have a skill we don't know?
No, he doesn't. I always want there to be a healing cantrip, and there isn't, except for like Goodberry.
Yeah.
That's a spell.
Sorry, that's it for Paduk.
He has sacred
It is a
flame.
spell. All right. That brings us to Olive.
Yeah. Olive is here, and Olive is gonna throw more lightning around because she can.
Yeah. Who are you throwing it at?
There we go. I'm gonna try to get the right window open. I'm going to this one.
It completely fails with a 12, and oof, it takes 23
Fry,
lightning.
baby, fry.
Oof.
Yeah, it gets it. It's this massive arc, and it's like, and it like shakes and shimmies in the air a little bit, and it's like,
Oh wait, put that.
definitely heard it.
Cool. Having done that, I'm gonna toss a healing word at Adis. Feel better, little buckaroo.
Great.
Was the magical word buckaroo?
Yes.
Okay. On the buckaroo, just another wound closes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glorious. That brings us to Greg and their
Okay.
Chomper.
Chomper is going to force ballista that one.
Do it.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, with an 11, it just like manages to like barrel roll out of the way.
I think I'm still going to drink my potion of greater healing, even though I want to attack it and murder it.
Yeah.
So
44 plus 4.
It's like 44.
Oh,
terrible.
shit rolls.
Aww.
But you get 10 hit points back,
Great.
which is better than what you had before.
Yep. All right. The end.
All right, that brings us to Adis. This thing is like right next to you on the ground. Adis is slashing at it. You have been torn apart, but you are alive and prone.
I would like to stand up.
Yep.
I will then bonus action disengage
Okay.
and just kind of scramble away 5, 10, 15 because that's all I can move.
All
And
right.
then just take a shot at it.
Yeah, go for it.
you. 28
That will hit.
for 17, 18,
17.
19 with the monstrosity damage.
Thank you. Yeah. That arrow right through its neck. It pops out the other side before it disappears. It is looking real rough.
Another shot. 20 for 11.
And with that, it on the ground, this thing is easy pickings for you, and it falls over dead.
Hey, dead.
Its antlers bloody with your blood, and you rightfully so strike back at the beast that felled you. Well done. No wonder you
With
hate
the
these
final
things so
arrow,
much.
I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah. Very cool. Very well done. That brings us to our remaining friends here.
When you say friends,
Two of them come in for you, Olive, because you've been
Yeah.
lightninging them. One of them comes in for Greg. Actually, yeah, two of them are going to come in for Greg. First one against Olive, that is a miss with an 11 and a miss
Yay.
with a 9
great.
as it soars back out. It's flying right above you, Adis. This next one is a 23 to hit with its
Yeah.
antlers
That hurts.
for 15 piercing damage from the antlers as they jab into you. Make a con save
Oh yeah.
for your lightning concentration check.
Yep.
Nope.
17.
Glorious.
Concentration.
Its talons attempt to rake you, but with a 9, you're just able to like suck it in and miss it, and it flies off. The first one in on Greg misses with a 9, and then an 18 with its talons.
Shield again.
All right, scraping across. It flies up and away. The second one comes in with a 9, misses. A 21 will hit. Will get through your shield.
It'll get through the shield.
Okay. This one, its talons are able to just clip through. Oof! For 22 piercing damage as it forces its way through, and it does the same thing that it did to Adis. Swirls around and comes and lands and looks like it's about to dive into Greg's chest. However, it has no more actions, so it can't actually do it.
Cool.
But yeah, Greg is down. Does that mean Chomper disappears?
I don't know that we've ever decided. Does
I-
Chomper
I-
disappear,
I
or
don't
just
think
Chomper
he-
doesn't do anything.
I don't
He
think he
lasts an hour.
disappears. I think he just is
Yeah.
here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That brings us to Defect.
Wait, quick question.
Yes.
Is the burb within 5 feet of me?
No, it's up in the air.
Oh, okay. I did when you said it's just above Adis, I didn't know if it was like
It's 30 feet in the air above you. Sorry, I was not clear on that. Representing a 3-dimensional battle in a 2-dimensional space is difficult.
Damn flying things.
Greg.
Yeah, go for it.
Reckless, -5, +10.
Do it.
It's a 15 to hit. Or
Yep.
19 damage.
Yeah, that'll hit, and that'll hurt. Bam.
And I'll
Good.
do it again. -5, +10. That's
Oh,
a nat
yeah.
20.
Oh, yeah. So that is
Oh.
38 points of damage.
Actually, I get to roll another d12 on that.
Oh, shit. That's right. Brutal critical.
So another 7.
All right, so that is
real
45
damage.
points of damage. Defect, you see Grig go down, and this horrible thing just kind of like looks like it's going to start digging into their chest. You just dive up and run up, and with one swing of your axe, slash it deep, and it kind of throws it back. And then you take your other swing, and on the backhand, come down, completely bisecting the creature deep all the way to the tailbone, and it splits in half. Your friend is unconscious, but is no longer in imminent danger from that thing, as it is so dead.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
dead on the ground.
So very dead.
Trumper chomps in appreciation.
100%.
Does Chomper make the like Pac-Man noise?
Gulp, gulp.
Yeah, why not?
Indeed so. Glorious. Well done, Defect. Damn, that was tight. That brings us to Paduk.
Yep, Duke's gonna, of course, fly on over here, and we'll cast another Cure Wounds on Grig
All right.
for 5.
All right. Grig has 5 HP. That will bring us to Olive then.
Cool. Which one of these birds is looking the least hurt at this point?
Make a medicine check.
Feeling real medicine-y.
Oh, yeah. They're all pretty close, but you think that this one kind of over the edge of the cliff there is the least hurt out of all of them, but they all look pretty roughed up.
Cool. Fry that one.
Oof.
Wait, I feel like that was weird. That was not what I expected that
Was
to do.
that
was the damage, I believe, right? 3d10?
that is
I think that was
damage?
the damage. Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
hang on. Trying again. Oh, it's a dex save. That's why it's not
Yeah.
casting a damage thing. Okay, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Forget how
No,
my spells work.
No, you're good.
suddenly.
Keep that 26 then?
yeah, we're going to keep that.
Yeah.
However, it did succeed.
So it takes half.
So it takes half.
13.
So it takes 13 damage,
Yep.
which is not bad.
Nope.
And it looks really, really bad now.
Cool.
Yeah, as it is like over the drop and just like charred with lightning. It is looking rough.
Cool. I'm going to throw a healing word at Greg.
All right, Greg, you get another
You get 5
5
more hit points.
Glorious.
And that's my turn.
All right, that brings us to Greg.
Fry some
me.
birds, save my friends.
I'm just gonna stand up and firebolt. Such rage.
Yeah.
Plus 1d8. Slash R, not slash 1.
A 22 absolutely hits for
16
16 points of fire damage. Greg, you stand up angry, covered in some bit of gore from Defect's effective defense of you.
Gore and feathers.
You stand up annoyed and angry, and you just see this one flying over the thing, and you just you shoot your little firebolt and off of your hammer, and it just poof, goes all over the creature, burns through its feathers, and it becomes a plummeting, spiraling ball of flame as it falls down, burning and screaming as it falls to its death.
Good.
Yay.
And then I whirl around, and my little cannon will shoot that one.
Yeah, go for it.
17.
17 will absolutely hit. Adis, you look above you as a little line of force blasts out of Chomper and smacks the guy flying above you. Wonderful. And Adis, it is now your turn as well.
The one 30 feet above me, planar warrior.
Yeah.
Here we go. Pew. 26 for
Yeah.
19.
Yeah. You line up your shot and you release, and the arrow punctures the chest cavity of this thing, and in a bit of poetic justice, you see your arrow skewer whatever heart this thing has, and the heart muscle is torn apart as the arrow disappears, and a bit of heart muscle goes flying, and the creature plummets to the ground into the bush next to you.
Hot. I'll light up the second shot on the other one.
Yeah, do it.
12.
A 12, however, just barely misses this one as it like sweeps away. And it is now its turn, and it GTFOs. It was like, screw this! And it flies very far away.
How far?
It flies
Not that far.
no, it flies 120 feet. It flies off the map.
Oh, damn
Okay,
it.
fine.
I was going to go, it's off the cliff, ensnaring straight.
Yeah. No, it full on is just like, I'm out of here. It is like, I'm out of here. Goodbye. See ya. Auf Wiedersehen. Away it goes. And you all are left a little battered and bruised, but alive.
Cool.
Well done.
Ouch.
Big ouch.
I must truly be terrifying, for none of them attacked me, it seemed.
Yes. And as you all begin to recover, that is where we were going to take a quick little 5-minute break.
Ooh. It's exciting.
Yeah. So you can all figure out what your next step is going to be over the break. We will be right back, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us for a little mountain fun. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. So thank you all very much. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for sticking with us for that break. So we pick up with our intrepid adventurers, breathing heavily, some of them more damaged than others, as these creatures have like really done some damage to a couple of your party members. And one of them has flown off in an escape trajectory.
Oh well.
What is your range on Call Lightning, just out of curiosity?
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, it
The
is.
range of the Force Ballista is 120 feet.
Ooh, so actually the Force Ballista could try to like get one last pot shot on this thing as it flies out.
Range on Firebolt is also 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, go for it, Greg. I'll allow you to do it quick.
Oh yeah.
Both of those would hit, and that damage is more than enough to like destroy it. So, as a final act of vengeance, you turn this other one into a bit of a fireball, and it falls to the below, out of sight, and caught up by the winds as well. So, good job.
Fuck those birds.
Yeah.
Nice.
They were
Yeah,
the
I
I'm
worst.
can
really
understand-
tired of birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Adis, you you are able to now like tell your compatriots the deal with these things, and why they probably were going after your hearts.
That's just gross. That's just wrong. Nope. No.
Yeah,
Unkind.
they ignored defect though.
Does Defect have a heart?
Defect's not fleshy.
I'm gonna knock on defect's chest. What's
Bung,
in
Bung,
there?
No, I must have a heart.
There's something running in you.
Greg, right? I have a heart, right, Greg?
I mean, I assume you have a heart like the feeling kind. I don't think you have a heart like the pumps the blood kind, because I don't think you have blood like us or the same kind of blood.
He bleeds.
Does he?
When he gets injured,
Blood.
he does ooze some form of
Ooze.
fluid.
Maybe it just doesn't look like you have a heart.
It's oil.
Like these birds are not so bright.
Fluids,
They
right?
might have
It's
just looked
fluid.
at you and go, "Oh, not human, not not
Not
fleshy."
fleshy.
Defect does look like
That's right.
a mix of rock and wood, like stone and wood, and a little bit of metal. So it's possible he just didn't look right.
Also, you were real big with this.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
And
Sorry.
whatever those things are, Defect, you're probably the first you they've ever seen.
Defect's the first
This
him
process-
anybody's seen.
True story.
Yeah, if this crosses Defect's mind, it's like, yeah, this is probably the first time they've seen someone like me. Of course they would avoid me.
Yeah.
Look how awesome I am.
That's right.
And you were huge.
And I was huge. And scary. And too strong for them. Clearly.
Yes, clearly.
Cool.
Of course I have a heart.
Is it late enough for us to go to sleep yet?
No, no.
Short rest it is.
Yeah,
Do
you can attempt a short rest.
Let's attempt it.
Yeah, I'll keep watch if need be.
All right, cool.
Keep an eye out for anything else.
Let me just check something here real quick.
Adis will sit down while resting next to one of the creatures and kind of just like examine it on the outside and just kind of write in his book a little bit.
Okay.
If I can do that on a short rest. I'm not like carving or anything, just kind of like writing the outside, just taking notes.
Yeah, you can jot down notes about like what the creature looks like and all this kind of stuff.
Okay. And still get short rest?
Yeah, I will say that like it takes you a little longer than like a normal short rest would, but
Oh, okay. Because I mean, it's not like any sort of like strenuous activity.
if you are just making like visual observations, then no. If you want to like dig into it and like start like examining the interior bits of it, like getting like detailed info, then yeah, that would be more
Yeah, just like
of a thing.
visual observations and just like kind of how their aggressive behavior was and like dive bomb strategy.
Yeah, you can 100% do that. Yeah. So first off, these things have the body and wings of a bird, like a raptor, got the talons and everything, but the head is like that of like a mutated deer. Like it's almost
They have
like
4
it's
legs or just 2?
just two,
Okay.
like eagle legs. But the head is like an angry mutated deer, almost like a goat-like muzzle with like sharp pointy teeth, and then like serrated antlers. Probably these are the things that the Goliaths you met called stag birds, based on what they look like.
Fair.
But they have like multi-hued wings in like reds and blues and browns and greens. The feathers are heavy and feel like they shouldn't work at a quick glance.
Are they small enough for us to snag a couple anyway?
Yeah, you can grab a couple Periton feathers. That's fine. You already know that these things, like the way that they, in order to reproduce, the female needs to eat the heart of a freshly killed humanoid. So it's possible that somewhere there's a nest or more, or maybe these were females. It's a little hard to tell at a visual glance.
Olive's trying to make a headdress.
What did you say these things were called? Peritons?
Peritons. Yep.
Peritan?
Y-O-N. Peryton. Periton.
Okay.
But yeah, they are, as far as you can tell, Adis, they are like, looking at them, a cross between a big old eagle and a fang-toothed stag deer. So yeah.
Not the most fucked up thing we've seen, but
no, but still very, very disturbing, to say the least. And certainly very effective.
Mhm.
Yep. Olive just had enough people ask her for interesting things that she's starting to collect interesting things, so she has something to give them.
Cool.
Yeah. What are you carrying that's interesting? I've got this, colorful periton feather.
Yeah. But yeah, great. Short rest occurs. Nothing crazy happens. Yeah, you're able to spend hit dice and continue on your trek.
Huzzah.
Forgot that I get the plus.
Oh,
Got
from your con
4 more.
modifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a con modifier for each hit die you spend. And Adis, I would like you to make another survival check as you head on.
Math. I'm trying to math.
Oh, you're fine.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
It is. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Survival check.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, you are easily able to find a safe navigated route. Safely navigated route. You're able to keep on tracking down. Cool. Yeah, you trek on down. You go for another few hours, traveling without issue for the rest of the day.
Oh, thank God.
And you're able to find a safe little encampment. You were up in the snows when you landed, but you've come like just like there's still snow on the ground, but you're like out of the like snowing part, and you find this ledge that is wide enough for you to safely camp upon.
Sweet.
Hackkoistman.
The tent
We see
starts
any, like,
unfolding.
crevices or caves or places that scary things would hide on this.
Make a perception check. Go for it.
Oh, nah, looks great.
Yeah, with an 8, looks perfectly safe. There's some snow on the ground, and there's like cliff going up behind you and cliff going down like below you. You're like on a ravine, but it looks like a good place to like set up camp.
All right, who's tired? I'm tired.
I will use
I'm already asleep.
one of my 2 remaining spell slots, and I just want to do Primeval Awareness.
Ooh, interesting. All right, go for it. Yeah.
That is the aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fiend, fiends, and undead within 6 miles.
Within 6 miles. Okay.
Yeah, favorite terrain.
Oh, right. So you get a whiff of you get a smell of like very metallic, like metal and brimstone. That you like that you get a sense to be dragon. You also get a sense of like a chalky texture on your tongue, which you know to be elemental. And I think that's it.
Isn't Paduk Fey?
Paduk is Fey, so you, like anytime he does this, he knows that he gets the effervescence of a Fey. I'm including things that are like not obvious.
So sparkling brimstone.
It is a weird cacophony of sensations that takes him a moment to like sort out, but
You just see Adis for a second, it's like gross.
yeah, this chalky texture, this sulfurous metallic aroma, and then the bubbly, effervescent Fey feeling. It takes a moment to process it all. But yeah. So you know that within 6 miles, these creatures of some kind are around.
Feel quiet while we sleep.
Yeah, I hope it's a little quiet. This mountain has been something else.
Yeah. Adis, as you're kind of like looking around, kind of communing, make a perception check for me. Puppy attack. Oh God.
Not perceptive.
Oh my God.
Even with a nat 1, you still see a lot of shit.
Your nat 1 is more than double my baseline.
Your nat 1 is a 17, which is utterly insane. Talk about Deadeye. Jesus. I mean, you're...
What the fuck?
All right, Adis. You do not see any threats incoming. You do not hear any threats incoming. But you see that there is no imminent danger from like rock slide or anything like that. There is there's nothing wandering up the path that you're on, nothing climbing up the mountain, nothing flying through the air. But despite taking all this in, it's kind of secondhanded, and your mind is not here at the moment. Your mind is elsewhere.
Right.
You're being introspective, thinking on things that have happened recently, the future, the upcoming struggles, challenges, dangers. Your place in them, responsibilities, all these things. Your mind is just a swirling vortex. So like you register that there's no danger, but you don't like really pay that much attention to it
Mm-hmm.
because you're thinking about stuff. But yeah, camp is all set up. Greg has already passed out in the tent. What do you want to do before this long rest, if anything?
Olive is exhausted. She flew for 4 hours and is now and then walked for several and beat up some birds and she's done.
Fair.
I think we're all very exhausted from the day.
You had a hell of a day. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. That was a lot of birds. A lot of birds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of birds. Also, I don't think y'all understand how tiring this flying thing is.
No, I don't.
Right,
Very
Defect?
tired.
It's very tiring.
My arms are tired.
So much flapping and swinging of the axe. Well, I guess we'll just take some watches then.
Oh,
If
yeah.
everybody is tired and wants to bed down.
Seems like a good idea. Let's not talk to anything.
No.
Cool. The night begins. Like you guys are high enough up that like even though like the sun takes a while to set up here just because of the altitude, but it is beginning to do so during the first watch. Whoever's taking that, go ahead and make a perception check.
Does anybody feel inclined to?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Great.
15.
You don't notice anything dangerous. The ground seems sturdy. There's snow. Paduk has been helping kind of set up camp and like campfire and is helping clean up dinner and all that stuff. So he's just flitting around and going into the tent with everybody else. As your watch progresses, nothing threatening appears.
Yay!
Okay. I will wake up the next person. I choose Olive.
Great.
I'm going to need you to roll a luck check on waking up Olive.
Olive sleeps real hard.
Yeah. Make a perception check, Olive.
I did, and apparently I'm still half asleep.
What'd you roll? A 7?
7.
Yeah. With a 7, it's perfectly quiet night. Nothing going on here.
Having a little trouble keeping my eyes open.
Yeah, you kind of like doze off. And at some point you like wake yourself back up and you're like, is it time yet? I'm not sure.
I'm going to wake up Greg anyway.
Okay. Greg, you are awoken by Olive.
I slap her in the face.
Slap her back.
Okay.
Them.
I perceive.
All right. Make your perception check. What you got?
It's a 9.
You do not notice anything, Greg. You are looking around. You're high up in a mountain, which is weird because I don't think you've ever been this high up on a mountain side before. So it's a whole new experience, and you kind of get a little bit distracted by like looking at various like pieces of rock and the kinds of rock here. Because they're very different. The stars are light and illuminated through the interspaced clouds. Yeah, that's what you see.
All right. Adis it is.
All right. Adis, you are awoken.
Is it that time already?
Yep.
I guess so.
Already.
Greg, Greg just like already lays
Kick
down
you and lay down.
I was about to say lays down and then throws something at Adis to wake him up
Yeah.
after already being in the bedroll.
Kick, flop.
Taps them on her way down.
Yeah, as they go,
Landed
as
on
they
Adis.
Oh, okay.
they kind of just throw something at you, and you kind of like, huh, what? And you see them getting into their bedroll.
Oh, I guess it's me. And then Adis will go outside.
Yeah, make your perception check. Roll for it.
Oh, Jesus, perception.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing you're ridiculously good at. Yeah.
21.
All right, cool. With a 21, Adis, you are very, very high up. And as you kind of look out towards the east, the sun begins to break the horizon. Earlier than you think it would, but then with the elevation, you think that's probably part of it. Looking down in the direction that you are hopefully pretty sure, confident you're heading in, you notice a couple of things. The first is very far off in the distance, you see what appears to be like a blanket of thin gray smoke, just kind of meeting the clouds. You also see what is obviously a storm in the distance, a good like days away, but a storm in the clouds kind of moving like in the direction of that gray, thin, wispy smoke.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else, or that was it?
That's it. There's no danger or anything around you.
I thought that was a dramatic pause.
No.
And then
And then the tent monster comes alive and devours your soul.
I knew it was a mimic.
It's been a mimic the whole time, lulling you into a false sense of security.
And Olive saved it from the river.
That's why it's let you live this long, but now it's hungry. So yeah, you notice like these thin wisps of smoke kind of rising up, and you can't get like details on it, but you can see that like it's maybe smoke, it's maybe like weird cloud thing, but it's different.
But it's kind of like in the direction of like what the Goliaths called like the fiery forest or whatever.
Yeah, and kind of a little bit more south of that, you see a storm kind of moving northward in that direction.
Right.
Probably like a rainstorm or something.
Mm-hmm.
And with a 21, looking out in that direction, engaging it, the terrain becomes very different. Another day or so flying might get you roughly to where you think you're going, maybe. But it's still like what you're looking at, the vaguest details you're getting is maybe 70, 100 miles. Like it's still a clip. Like luckily you've been able to fly, so.
Yeah. Gotta love that druid power, right?
We like flying a lot.
What is it? World of Warcraft travel form?
But the sun begins to rise. You feel Paduk fly out and sit on your shoulder and just kind of watch the sunrise with you.
Oh.
Pretty, isn't it?
I've never seen anything like this before. Well, I've seen the sunrise, but like this is very different.
Yeah. I also can't wait to get off this mountain because it's a little thin up here.
Yeah.
I find myself having to breathe a little bit deeper than normal.
Yeah, I think if we went too much higher, it'd really be bad, like physically for most of us. Defect would probably be okay because I don't think he breathes.
I I don't think so. No, I haven't actually seen him breathe unless. No.
Well, the whole like underwater thing kind of got me thinking, he's not breathing.
Yeah.
But like
And he doesn't
at the
eat
same
or
time,
drink
he's
either.
definitely alive.
Sometimes he eats and drinks when he's bored.
You're not there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're still asleep until we like hit you with something.
Yeah.
Olive talks in her sleep.
So Paduk kind of like spends a few minutes like just watching with you, and he's like, "So how you feeling, Adis? You got pretty beat up yesterday, so
Yeah, a little sore.
want me to check you out? Check you over?"
I think I'm okay. My rib cage still seems intact. They didn't dig that deep.
Well, that's good. Oh, here. And he kind of like rummages through his little bag, and he pulls out a very tiny poultice, and he's like, "Here." And he kind of like stuffs it down your shirt. That should help.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Doesn't
welcome.
help.
It does. It takes a few minutes, but eventually it does start to like radiate like an easing warmth.
He put
Miss
Vicks vapor
Megan
rub on.
Jade, Miss Megan J, thank you for the follow.
He just
Much
Vicks
appreciated.
vapor
Thank
rubbed
you.
me.
Essentially, yeah, it's essentially a Vicks Vapo Rug poultice.
But Sprite size.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, it's maybe like, half an inch big,
Aw.
because he's only 6 inches tall, but he's helping.
No, it's great.
Miss Megan J, welcome in from Start Playing over on Discord there. Hope you have a good time and enjoy yourself here. Thank you very much for coming. Our party is just waking up from a long rest on a mountaintop after a really rough day with a lot of monstrous birds.
Lots of burbs.
Lots of birds.
Mhm.
Unfriendly birds. Real angry birds.
So
You could say we rocked them, though.
you did. So Adis, Paduk like makes you feel a little bit better, and he flits in to wake everybody up while you take care of whatever camp stuff you want to take care of.
Cook more rice.
Yeah, other people wake up, come on out. Do you want to do anything, discuss anything before you all transform?
Are we there yet?
Almost.
Almost.
I think another day's travel we should be there. Everybody, there is something that I was wanting to talk with you all about. I've been kind of mulling it over the past couple of days.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Is this about
during-
your shiny jewelry?
You're so discreet. Yes. And Adis will like hold up his hand. And there's a new ring on it. The other day during Kaylin's visit, he proposed to me and wants to get remarried, even though we're already married. But because we were separated for so long and, he lost 20 years with me. And he, has been talking to me about wanting to, maybe start a life either out somewhere or in Fay Harbor. And he wants me with him. And I've been kind of sitting on that idea because, well, adventuring has been great. At the same time, now that he's, around, we've had a lot of, close encounters with death, and he would never know. Like when we were in the bottom of the lake. Why are you laughing?
Laughing.
And I also lost 20 years with him. Time I'm not gonna really get back.
So why isn't he just coming with us?
He's not built for this kind of adventure,
Shaw.
nor trained.
I mean, fine, whatever. Do what you want. I don't care. Stalks off.
Insight check.
Roll for it. Greg, make either a perception or persuasion or deception roll of your choice.
That is so low. I nat one it.
It still beats me.
Which is so
So even with a nat one, Adis,
Jeez.
Greg is easy to read. Greg
Greg is not down with splitting up the party.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg might have some resentment about that revelation.
Mild abandonment issues. That's all.
meow meow
Yeah.
meow.
I'm sorry, Greg.
Nope, that last thing walked off.
Well, I guess we're gonna fly off without you.
Greg will come around.
Yeah, I know it's
So-
not really the best of news.
So I'm confused. Are you saying you're going to finish this adventure with us, save the world, and then settle down, or are you leaving us right now?
I feel like I could help get you all over the mountains, and then I might head back to Fay Harbor.
And then we'd be stuck. Greg was listening all along.
From the other side.
Just like
No
stalks off
surprise.
to look over the edge and pout. Just yells without turning around. Then we'd just be stuck in the middle of nowhere.
You all got very far. I mean, I help point you in the right direction, but
But you're part of our party.
I know. That's why it's not been easy for me to consider. But as much as you guys mean a lot to me, Kaylin, Relgan are all I have left of home as well, and that's also part of my life.
Fine, we'll just die without you. You won't ever know.
I mean, we will survive.
Yes.
I'm strong. Remember, I will
I trust
rage
you
back to life.
to protect everybody. And I mean, I can always leave the vial of blood that's in Fay Harbor with you guys, and you all can contact me somehow, and I can open a portal back if needed, or somebody can. I can leave the blade with Kaylin.
First boot, now you.
Yeah. Again, it's not a decision that I made easy. It's just, I'm torn between the want to stay with you guys and see this world and the life far from home. And neither one is necessarily easy. One's not easy emotionally, and the other one is getting gored by birds, which hurts physically.
Yes, and then you kill them and it feels good emotionally.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have to think of how Kaylin would feel if I just never came home because I'm
Again,
dead in a
Why
mountain.
isn't Kaylin coming? Ugh.
We tell him.
He told me that he's not really cut out for this kind of adventurous life. And he's not as young as he once was.
Yeah, none of us are as young as we used to be.
Fine, whatever. Let's just finish this and then you can leave. Come on, let's go. Whatever.
I'll Greg on the head, and then.
Nope.
Do you want me to burrito you up before Defect
No.
flies you? Okay.
So, with party tensions a little bit in a weird place, you
Awkward.
cast polymorph on Defect, and
There he goes.
beast shape into giant eagle. The two giant eagles pick up their respective quarry, their respective riders, and off in the proper direction. Go ahead, both of you, give me strength checks as eagles against these high winds here.
Oh, so strong.
Ooh,
17.
very nice. And a nat 20 from Olive Eagle. Well done. Well done indeed. You both have no problem navigating this thing, and you cover quite a good distance in the first hour. Why don't you make perception checks for me as well?
I want to just like kind of. I would make them aware that like when I did the primeval awareness, I did sense dragons in the area, so just to kind of keep an eye out.
Yep, not feeling super perceptive.
15.
Ingrid still have disadvantage, right?
Yeah, only because of the wind, like the speed you're flying, rushing past your eyeballs. Great. So Adis with a 23 and Defect with 15. You, as you're flying along this hour, you do notice on the ground, after about 40 minutes or so, you see a patch of like snow-covered, like a ravine or something, or a gully, and you see 5 stone statues.
Nope.
Very similar to what you saw the day before.
No more Medusa shit.
Right.
Screech at Defect. I think there's a basilisk in these.
But you fly on.
Basilisks fall under dragons. Are they dragon type or?
Make a nature check.
In kin, lizard kin.
19.
Nope. Basilisks aren't dragons.
Seems like they might be related. Chance it might be related. That they might taste similar.
Not all lizards are the same. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. But your hour comes up. You do a quick land and refuel, as it were, and fly off yet again.
Boop boop a doop. Mark that off. Mark that.
The second hour, go ahead and make your strength checks as you're beginning to come down to a more manageable level as you fly off. With a natural 20 and a 14, no problems. You fly, and about halfway through this hour, you come down to the more manageable levels where it's more about dexterity as opposed to strength. You're not fighting the wind so much as gliding on them. But you can feel that your second hour of flight is almost up.
All right. Find a place to land.
Yep.
So the wind is now beneath the wings.
Yeah, you find what you assume to be a safe place to land. Go for it. I've got it in chat. I feel like a dragon might take offense at being called a lizard. They absolutely would. 100%.
They probably don't speak giant eagle though, so I'm clear.
Depends on the dragon. Depends on the dragon.
them are telepathic, though, I think.
Who knows?
Yeah,
One
but
way
my
to find
thoughts are in
out.
Giant Eagle too.
So yeah, you are able to land for a short rest for Olive. Nothing happens during the short rest, which is a nice change of pace. You,
Oh, what?
I know.
That was a lovely nap.
Yeah,
It
you
hurt your face. You're just like, what?
you wake up and yeah, you're good to
Alright.
go.
Everyone feeling rested?
I don't know,
Yeah.
unless anybody wants to
Yes.
make any like weird radar sense pings or anything.
There's only one person that has those.
Hey, weird radar sense.
The rest of us are clueless.
I don't know yet. Like I don't know. You could do primeval awareness. You haven't detected a portal in a while. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh yeah, I haven't used it. I mean, it's a mild. Sure, let's detect a portal.
Great. Bong. You detect a portal. Or you use detect portal, I should say.
Oh, I was like, oh.
3 feet to your left.
Huh.
You get a weird ping on your portal sense.
I also forgot I had that trait.
Really? Because you built your whole character around it.
I know.
You remember when you used to do it like every 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You do get a weird ping on it, and it's a ping that you know. Because you felt it before on waymarker stones.
Oh no.
Who wants to go touch it?
Every time we touch one of those, bad things comes out of it.
Where is it? Because I know the location.
Yeah, it's not too far. It's maybe like half a mile away.
Oh, it's right over there. Does anybody want to go see it?
Fine.
I mean, we can
Okay.
walk a mile,
Yeah, we can walk.
but if you touch it and scary things come out,
I'll let you hit me.
Cool.
Works for me.
No, you'll actually hurt me.
Yeah, you head on over there. You head on over that direction, and you easily see it, Adis. It is a wayfinding runestone with you, except you can tell that the magic that like hides the marking is gone, because the stone is cracked in half, and what you are detecting is the residual portal energies, and it is obviously non-functional.
Okay, so it's not bound there anymore.
No. I will say that with your familiar knowledge with these wayfinding rune portals, the stones, you can tell that this was a mark used by the Fox tribe as opposed to the Wolf tribe.
Well, you guys are in luck. It looks broken. Like broken.
Yeah.
I can't touch it.
okay.
Doesn't that mean you can touch it?
Well, I
And it
can.
won't do anything?
It won't explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you approach it, like the portal,
Not
like
sure that's a bad
like it is broken and non-functioning, but it's still like leaking planar energy. Like that's what you picked up on. Like that's how you were able to find it. You can, as you approach it, it gets significantly warmer, like just the air around, and looking like the snow, like within 60 feet of it, is gone. Like it's just like there might be some like dampness, but not a lot. It's almost dry and warm and comfortable. Make an Arcana check at advantage, Adis.
Guys, it's nice and toasty over here,
This would have been a good place to take that nap.
right? Hello? What's that? Oh, natural 20.
Oh, nice. This rune, even though it's broken and a little like pieces are missing. Based on that and the energy and the warmth, confidently this was a planar portal at one point to the fire plane.
Okay. Guys, do you feel how nice and toasty it is over here? That's nice. I can feel my
Kind of
toes.
cozy.
What?
It's kind of cozy.
Yeah, I can feel my toes.
What
Yeah.
lives on the other side?
The plane of fire.
Oh.
So
Well, that makes sense as we're coming up on the smoking forest, right?
yeah.
Uh-oh. Does that mean it leaked? Like more?
Well, it's broken. It's just residual energy. Like nothing can cross through it anymore.
What if it did already?
I don't know what it is.
Okay,
I don't know how long it's been broken.
fine.
Okay. What lives on the plane of fire?
Fire elementals. Efreeti?
Uh-huh.
I think I said that right.
Mhm.
Lots of the hot things that burn.
Cool.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah. Think of remember those water weirds, like the water snake things that came out of the water that Spook talked to?
Oh, yeah.
Think of that, but fire.
Oh. No.
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 Oh. Riveting.
Are we ready to keep
That's
going?
as much
guys?
as I can explain it.
Shall we keep going?
Sure.
Yes?
All right, you eagle up, and away you go. You can both give me dex checks for navigating the currents of wind as big old eagles.
A
Oh,
12.
bugger.
Cool. Defect, you're able to handle it. Olive, with a natural 1, you
Sorry, Adis. I might have dropped you.
you don't drop Adis, but you do plummet way more than you mean to at one point, and it's like a full-on dive. And you can't pull yourself out of it until the very last minute.
Does Paduk throw up on Adis again?
I need Paduk and
I
Adis.
threw up.
I need Paduk and Adis to make Constitution saving throws.
Sorry, guys. Screech.
Just all the rice from the breakfast comes out.
Okay. Adis, you are fine with a 10. What does Paduk roll? Mike?
I think he's frozen.
Oh, no. Well,
I mean, I guess anyone can roll for Paduk,
yeah.
right?
So, yeah, you all have access to his character sheet, so...
Team?
Oh, there he goes.
He spoke. All I heard was teen.
Oh, did I video freeze?
Yep, you
Yeah.
did. No worries. I need a Constitution saving
There
throw
he
from
is.
Paduk. 13. There it is. Brilliant. Neither of you vomit, so well done. But it was
I choose to vomit on Olive's talon.
Then so you do.
Olive loosens her grip just slightly.
That's your fault. Don't do that again.
Screech.
Great.
Screech.
So you fly on for an hour. You can tell you're getting much closer. It seems like this side of the mountains are steeper and less drawn out. So you definitely feel like you're getting closer and closer. Your hour is about up. You can find a safe place to land. Just go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah, with a 27, no problem. You land, respell, rewild shape, and away you are going.
Boop boop a doop. Here we go.
Make a couple dexterity checks for me, our giant eagle companions. With an 8 and a 7, it's a little dicey. Definitely some turbulence in the air. without having to make perception checks as eagles, you can begin to see like a slow like a glow at a certain point, kind of like on the horizon in front of you, like a very dull glow, and maybe some like wisps of clouds meeting other clouds, as well as like a dark spot like on a distant horizon, which you think is probably like just a rainstorm or something. It's not coming at you, it's kind of going north, but yeah. But you feel your hour begin to seize up.
I'm going to screech at Defect. You need to land. I'm going to take a quick turn up and ahead to scout out, see what that smudge on the horizon is.
I mean, it is far away. It is not close.
I'm just gonna, tell him to land, and I'm gonna take Adis with me because he has better perception, and just take like a quick turn around and scout out what else I can see.
Okay, my question becomes how far are you going?
Like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh,
Okay.
That's far.
Okay.
And then spinning around and coming back.
All right. This is interesting.
Leaving Greg and Defect alone for half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So Greg and Defect land. You two fly off.
Yeah, we're still in the mountains, right?
Mm-hmm. You are.
Should turn around. They're down. They're back there.
As these two are flying off,
Screech.
Greg and Defect, you are on the ground, not really knowing what's going on. They just kept going.
I told Defect what I was doing. He can understand me.
Yeah.
Am I back to defect form or?
Yeah.
am I
Shortly after you
Okay.
land, very shortly after you land, you revert to Defect. And you can convey whatever. As you are just standing there waiting, you hear clomp, 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 coming up a ledge by very close to you guys.
Must be a mountain goat, but
Hide.
if
That's
yeah,
a bad idea.
Big
yeah.
hide.
Is there a place to hide?
Sure.
A corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
We go there.
nice.
Yeah. Grig like vanishes from your sight with a 23 stealth check.
Oh.
Defect,
I pick up a
unfortunately,
branch and just stand there.
There's no amount of flash of genius that could help.
yeah, with a 6, you just kind of like look around, and then you hear clomp, 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 as 3 giant goats kind
I
of
was right. It's a
hop
mountain
up.
goat.
They are bigger than you are. They are like 10 feet tall.
And then they open their mouth and it's razor sharp teeth.
Yeah, but they're still friendly though, right?
So these massive goats look right at you, Defect, with their creepy little like cross eyes, and they just stare at you. And it goes, ah, ah.
Wait a minute. I forgot. Speaking of things that I'm gonna Defect, remembering that he can do this, will what the hell is it?
Your features and traits.
Yeah, I'm gonna do as a ritual, speak with animals.
So you take 10 minutes to cast Speak with Animals.
Yep.
These
I hope they stick around.
these 3 goats just kind of like, you sit down and begin casting this, kind of going through this mantra, and like what does your ritual look like? Because I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I haven't described it the first time around. I like to imagine that Defects just sits down, maybe crisscross applesauce legs, and we'll start doodling on the ground, just making like little geometric shapes on the ground.
Cool.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
As you
Square, circle, triangle.
as you begin these kindergarten scrawlings, do me a favor, just make an animal handling check.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yes!
All right.
That's an 18, which is
Get
really
us
good.
goat rides out of here.
So-
please.
So these 3 goats, they're 10, 12 feet tall at the shoulder. They just one kind of like butts you playfully, but they like chew on whatever little like grasses they find, and your ritual completes, and they're still around.
Yes.
Is Greg still hiding at this point?
Yep.
I will.
Greg is like they're going to try to eat him.
Yeah, I'll call out to one of them, whichever one is looking at me or most towards my direction.
Sure.
And I'll say, "Hello, goat."
Hi.
Does Defect sound like a goat when he's talking to the goats?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm going to say yes.
This is even better.
This was a bad idea.
Oh.
Hey, you brought me there, guys. You brought me there.
Hi.
Hello, goat.
My name's Barbara.
I am Defect. And over there is my friend, best friend in the entire world, Grig.
Cheeto, we're
And I call out to Greg, "Greg, can you step out?"
I don't see anything.
Very super stealthy.
Oh my god.
Like a mountain
They
lion.
blend
Oh.
in. Similar.
I don't like mountain lions, and it begins to like back up.
It's not a lion though.
Oh,
You're safe around us. Are we safe around you though?
you seem chill.
I'm a pretty cool guy. That's what Greg says.
We only stayed because we thought you were a rock.
Ah! Ah!
Didn't you see me move a little bit? Weren't you curious as to why a rock was moving?
No.
Rocks move sometimes.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, true. Very true. When they're tossed. And I have tossed many rocks.
I've seen rocks fall down.
Barbara.
Barbara.
Where, what can you tell me about where we are right now?
On a mountain. There's some
Is it
good
really-
scavenge around here. Scrub brush.
I fucking can't.
Is it safe here?
Sometimes.
Have you noticed any bad creatures about?
Not today.
What about yesterday?
Probably.
Hmm.
It's dangerous to live here, but this is where we live. So you gotta watch out for the big flying things.
Mm.
Oh no, Olive.
What big flying things?
There's a lot.
there is a lot.
There are a lot of things.
Some are bigger, some are smaller.
Oh god.
But no dragons about, right?
It like begins looking around frantically. Dragon. Don't like
I'm
those.
guessing then.
Run from those.
Right.
I love Barbara.
Who are your two friends, by the way?
Looks over at one. That's Babar. That's Bobbert.
Are you guys family, brothers and sisters?
Oh my god.
I don't understand what you're asking.
Did you come from the same
Mom.
mother goat?
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're a herd. Part of a herd.
That's good. Being in a herd is good.
You only have one in your herd?
No, there are others flying about. They should be
Flying?
back soon.
And it begins
Right.
looking around.
And as a heads up, in case they do come back, one of them is in the shape of a giant eagle, but it's not a giant eagle.
Okay, have a good day. We're
Don't feel
leaving now. Bobbert, let's go. And like Babar looks up. Okay. And Bobbert's like, oh, I was just getting to the good stuff. No, we gotta go. There's flying things coming, and they both flying things, and they like clunk 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 scamper down the cliffside.
That was amazing.
I call out to them as they leave. Be cool, my dudes.
They don't respond. They're like, we out, homie. We out. Meanwhile,
Nice little sidetrack.
You need to use that more often.
I do. I
It's
have
a
to
lot of
remember. I
fun
have to write
stuff.
it down.
I will never forget Barbara.
well, good. They should live on forever. Meanwhile, back with Olive and Adis, you fly for another half hour. You don't really get too much more detail in the half hour you spend flying.
Okay.
Are we gonna go back to them, or are we just leaving them?
Screech!
This is useless.
I'll turn back.
Not now!
Olive Banks.
Oh, I thought you meant like turn back as into like
No,
Olive.
no.
I was like, no!
No, we will fly back to them.
Cool. Olive, make me a perception check. Actually, no. Make me a survival check to fly back to where you were.
I can't.
Okay. With a 10, you're able to get there. Really, anything above a 5 would have gotten you there. So, about an hour later, Defect, you see the familiar form of Olive and Adis come back, and Olive deposits Adis. Paduk is like, I don't know why we did that.
I don't know either.
And Olive.
Sound.
Yeah.
What? Screech!
We were looking around, just looking to see if there was anything to see.
Did you change
Is
back?
there anything to
Yes.
see?
Oh, okay.
No, there
No.
wasn't anything to see. There's a more mountain.
Did you guys
than-
see anything?
3 mountain goats. A herd.
Okay.
How'd you do that thing where you were making their sounds?
You made their
Oh.
sounds?
You made their sounds.
Yeah, and I point to like the kindergarten geometric shapes I made on the ground. It's like, I did a little circle, a little square, triangle, but upside down. Backwards, circle. Really just a bunch of shapes, and I just learned how to commune with animals. Well, you've seen me do it before.
Olive,
Yeah.
is this how you do
I
it?
guess, yeah.
Olive, that's the same thing you do?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
But I think all practices probably a different technique.
Yeah, I don't draw circles and squares, but yes, I
Olive uses actual druidic runes.
but yeah, animals are great to talk to. They have all kinds of stuff to say. Did they have anything interesting to say?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were very afraid of flying things.
I would be too.
That's fair.
I don't like the flying things in these mountains.
Yeah,
Bad
so far
burbs.
everything's been trying to kill us.
Yeah, there's a lot of flying things. Most of them are scary.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Was
have
that all 4 polymorphs that you can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It is once again a little past noon. Maybe it's a little bit later than that, given that you spent the extra hour reconnoitering.
Flying about.
Yeah. But you are free to continue trekking throughout the day.
Shall we?
Yeah. Go ahead, Adis.
Yeah.
Give me a survival check in your favored terrain of mountains. Find that path.
A meager 34.
Oh my God in hell.
This is the reason the DM sent your husband back. You away.
34. You easily find the safest route down, and you cover quite a bit of ground. So well done.
Who needs reliable talent?
You try it up. Not too far into your exploits, your travels, you do come across something fairly interesting. You come across what looks to be like something similar to Defect. You've descended past the snows. It is some form of like wood and metal construct. It's probably would be 15 to 16 feet tall.
Would be.
If it were not half melted into the stone itself.
Oh.
Like its lower portions and up to its mid chest are like candle wax melted into the stone of the mountain, and then the other half is sticking out, and it's got big gauntleted arms made of metal and a big chest plate, and it's got a helm that has open spots where it looks like 2 semi-precious stones act as eyes, but
Greg's eyes perk at the
I climb up on that thing.
stones.
I get for those eyeballs. Start knocking on its
Throw
head.
something at it from a
Everything
distance.
about it says yes, please.
cool. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Greg's like, you got some pretty eyes there.
22.
Cool. Right as you pluck the 2, what actually are jade stones out from the eyes, you immediately hear and are able to jump off as the neck of the thing breaks off, and it goes thung, 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 rolling, and you're able to jump back off and land safely on the shoulder of the thing.
Nice. I look inside. Is it a hole? Is it hollow? What's in there?
It's pretty hollow. There's a wooden frame or skeleton of some kind, that the straps are all held onto, and there are runes carved into the metal around the neck area. You can make an Arcana check.
Did they get the stones out of the eyes?
They did.
I don't. My magic knowledge does not extend to whatever this is.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
Yeah, looking at it, it's hard to know. As you investigated a little bit more, you did find there's gears and stuff deeper into the dark, into the body of the thing. And you realize that like it's not all just metal; it's also metal, wood, and there's stone. So it is a lot more similar to Defect than you thought. But it's like massive gauntlets are like ridiculously inconceivable. Like, why would anybody do that? They're like bigger than like the body of the thing. But it's half melted into the stone, so it's weird.
So, question one. Presumably somebody made this. It's not really like Defect because like it's got hollowness in its gears and stuff, and its head fell off. But also, I don't know. And also, it's melted.
That seems bad.
Defect, can you do that into the rock or no?
Oh,
What? You cut out a
Nope.
little bit.
oh, sorry. No, can't. I don't know what this is.
Do I fit inside the neck? Is the neck big enough for me to like? Get in there?
Maybe
Is that considered an invasion?
make a dexterity check.
I want to I don't know, how big is it? It's hard to tell. I want to explore this thing.
Can
oh my
you
god,
reduce
I can't
yourself?
read.
Yeah, I can reduce you.
myself.
Greg,
reduce?
get reduced and go inside.
With a 12, you're able to like just barely manage to like squeeze yourself inside. There is not much room in here. There's like gears, and like you realize that the gears, like some of them are made of stone, some of them are made of metal. A lot of the axles are metal, and some are wood. It's like this weird mishmash of machinery that has been cobbled together.
Can I take a couple gears?
Make a strength check.
Can I use my tools to do it?
Sure, you can add your proficiency bonus.
Yes. Strength, and my proficiency bonus is a
Oh.
4. God damn it.
Well, on a natural one,
There's no room.
you are unable to remove any of these gears. Half of them are like fused together in some fashion, or the rod is stuck. And looking down, you can see that a lot of the like pieces that the gears are connected to are actually like melted into the stone as well.
Okay. That's annoying. This is cool though. I don't think Defect, do you think your insides? I don't think your insides are like this.
This is all
'Cause, like,
coming
I've
from
seen you get
inside of a
kicked.
hollow thing, just kind of out the hole.
Yeah.
I just imagine like the
You think that
like
you probably don't look like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you? Defect, you don't have gears, do you? I never saw any gears when you got hurt. You kind of
No.
heal like healing.
Yeah, I don't feel gears inside of me.
Yeah, I haven't heard any like make noise. Weird.
Should we take his head off and check?
oh,
No, let's not. How do I don't have to. Should I climb out of here, I guess? Any ideas what did this? Hang on, I'm gonna. Wait, how can I try to climb out.
Make a dexterity check to get out of there. To wriggle your way free.
The 12. Got me in.
Just barely you're able to squeeze yourself through and around the various pieces of mechanic in here. And mechanical parts and pieces, and get yourself out without hurting yourself.
Cool. I will take a minute to doodle it
Sure.
while hopefully somebody's figuring out what burnt it.
I mean, does it look
I have
burnt,
no idea.
or does it look like it's part of the stone?
It doesn't look burned, it just looks melted.
I mean,
Any other clues
The
around?
the closest
area?
the closest I could describe it, if you've ever seen like a lava flow after it's cooled, the bottom half of the thing looks like that.
The closest thing I can think of is that, there is that portal to the plane of fire, but it doesn't exist anymore.
true, but we don't know how long this has been here.
Right, that's the thing. Like that's the only thing I can think of that might be hot enough to do something like this, unless there's strong magic. There is the spell storms. Maybe he got hit by that.
I mean, bigger, badder druids can do this to things.
That too.
Well,
But
Oh, should we just move on?
I
I
think
mean,
so.
I guess so.
yeah,
Let
like
me finish my drawing. Hang on.
yeah, Greg, you have taken copious notes about what you have seen here.
Are they taking them in the magical notebook?
No, I'll talk to that later. I want my own notes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like emulate the runes and stuff, even though I got no clue what they're doing.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. You take all this information in, and you all get moving again in like another half an hour. No problem. You travel for the rest of the day without any incident because Adis is ridiculously skilled at this shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you make it to a place where you can camp easily.
Yay.
Cool.
Cool. You can set up a camp, set up watches. You figure you're not too far. As you set up camp and the sun is setting behind the mountain, before you lose too much light, you can see now closer after coming like around a few like precipices and getting a better view of the area. Down below you, you see a massive sprawling valley. And shortly after the valley, you see what immediately becomes a forest. But that forest is glowing as though it's on fire.
No,
So
the
that's
valley.
what they mean by embering elms.
It does not appear to be a
Yeah.
raging inferno, but like it's like there are sparks of flame in every tree, and there's a constant like smoldering haze of smoke coming off of the entirety of the forest. It looks pretty weird because there is not a raging inferno. It is almost like little separate fires all like gathered together is what's making this like ominous glow.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that that storm in the distance is like kind of swinging a little bit westwards and like almost like running parallel to the forest itself. It's not like crossing over it, except for maybe a few parts, and like you can't tell from this distance if that's like affecting it at all.
Right.
But like the storm has like weirdly moved, like not heading directly at you, but heading towards the mountains now.
Seems like it might be a thing in a few days.
Yep.
It
Like-
seems a few
like
days
if-
off.
It looks like it's getting closer. Probably if that rainstorm, which has been fairly stationary, it's been weird. But if that rain, like if you head in the direction you're going, you'll probably intersect that rainstorm tomorrow.
Oh, no. What didn't something about a storm?
It does appear to just be a natural rainstorm. It doesn't appear to be like unnatural in any way.
Well,
But it's weirdly stationary.
It was. Now it's moving toward us.
I
I mean,
mean-
sometimes storms don't
Yeah.
move. It depends on the wind.
Yeah. Especially in the mountains. Storms are weird in mountains
Okay, I guess you'd know.
because the winds kept changing direction up there.
Sure. I feel like you also just do storm stuff, and sometimes it storms.
Greg, are you okay?
I don't know. That whole forest is on fire.
I mean,
You-
that's what we're
you-
looking
you-
for.
You use a lot of fire. Are you scared of fire?
No, but wouldn't a thing that lives in fire not get hurt by fire?
It's a fair point.
Maybe.
But we should also find that null shard.
Yeah. All right, we're doing it.
Null
So you're
shards are
still helping
unfriendly.
us? You're not leaving yet?
I said at the most, or I would help get you there.
while we're here, it looks like.
It's still a good ways off. Like, it's not like right there. Probably half a day or so. With the way you've been
Fine.
traveling.
You want to? I can come with you another half a day.
Fine, do what you want.
Just another half a day.
Well, I said I would get you out of the mountains to the forest.
Ooh.
And you are not out of the mountains yet.
Right. So, shall we go?
Well, no, we're going to bed.
I thought it was morning. Why did I think it was morning?
Nope.
We're not going anywhere. It's bedtime.
Because it's night. Is why
Sun
we
on
thought
the
it was
other
morning.
side of the mountains now.
Lord.
So you all bunker down. Paduk helps you get all bunkered down. Cool. You all settle in. First watch, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'll go. Oops, that's persuasion.
Not helpful.
Perception.
Why won't you light up?
With a 16, you do not notice anything during your watch. Defect.
Defect yells at the moon to shine brighter.
Your job,
Successful.
Lou.
Light up the sky. It does begin to lightly drizzle a bit. You get a sense that storm is like it's not like a raging tempest. It's just a light drizzle.
Okay. I will wake up Olive.
Oh, hey. Do you have to roll
Cool.
anything to do that, or?
Nah, he just pokes you with his axe, and you wake
We're
up.
gonna get a thing of smelling salts, and we're just gonna crack that.
Feeling very
Ooh.
good this evening.
A natural 20.
Double nat
Amazing.
20s.
Olive, as you stare around, you are very aware, like, you're like eyeing that storm, you're eyeing this like perpetually glowing forest down in the distance below, and you hear behind you on the wind
If we have a campfire, I'm putting it out right now.
and you hear a mighty roar as you turn and see a white dragon flying directly at you. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Nuuli Forged.
Ah!
Ugh.
Yep. There it is. So we will pick up there with an incoming dragon at the start of the episode next week.
Good
Hmm.
lord.
Dislike. Don't like dragons.
Oh, it's just a little old white dragon. Ain't nothing to worry about.
Nope, don't like dragons.
Well,
I wish my survival check was able to help us skirt out of that territory.
it made you it cut like a good bit of travel off of your thing, and it made you avoid many, many dangerous areas. Like, the mountains are full of landslides and scree falls, and Aegis has been avoiding them all. So,
Okay.
you haven't. You've been doing good. Cool. Well, thank you everyone at home for joining us here on Nuuli Forged. We're going to go around, say some goodbyes. Big shout out again to Miss Megan J for following us tonight. Thank you very much. And for King Kazmasi and Ensign Pig, who also followed us within the last week. Thank you all very, very much. It's much appreciated. Hope you've had fun hanging out here with us. We had some silliness tonight as well as some danger. So hopefully it's all a good mix. But let's go around and say our goodbyes. Plug anything you all want to plug, and I'll figure out who we will raid this evening. Let's start in the upper corner over here with
me.
Olive.
Hey y'all, my name is Sarah and I've been Olive and thanks for watching us. And that's all I got. We have a bunch of social media. We are Nuuli Forged on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube. And you can watch our past episodes on YouTube as well as the current one that you've just watched today. On Twitch, we'll be on YouTube on Mondays. And you should like us and follow us and subscribe to us and all those good things because we like friends.
Glorious.
That's what I got.
Wonderful. It was great. Moving on down to Adis.
Good night, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully, we don't die to a dragon.
Yeah.
Moving right along to Greg.
That's me. I've been Greg, but I'm Amber, and I can't even. There's gonna be a dragon, and I can't be here next week.
Oh no!
No.
Thanks, real life. Thanks. So good luck with that.
Oof. Rough.
Maybe it'll be good because then Greg won't talk too
You
much.
couldn't let us finish a full long rest before we.
The
We
dice.
had one yesterday.
The dice are cruel, vile things,
Yeah,
and
but
I do not control
Claire.
them.
Olive has no 4th or 5th level spell slots now.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, yep.
I will
And no
say,
ball
you do not know how big the dragon is. It could be tiny.
It could be,
That's
but
not-
its wings are making noise that I'm hearing.
You also rolled a nat 20 on your fucking perception check,
I'll throw 20 on my
That's true.
perception.
That's fair.
so I don't want to hear it.
All right. Well, we'll find out. Or rather, you'll find out.
Like this has gotten the fact that you did that allowed you to like see it, well, hear it, turn around, see it, and it did not just ice breath you from behind because you heard it coming. So I don't want to hear it.
Fantastic. I'm so excited.
You ruined its attack plan.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
You should be. That dragon is just trying to live its life, and y'all making it difficult.
And freeze
Dragon
up.
has friends.
Moving on up to Defect.
I'm Mike. Thank you guys for watching tonight, and we'll catch you next week on another exciting adventure of Nuuli Forged.
Yeah.
Glorious. And I have been Jared, your dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. Thank you, I've Got It, for being our cheerleader, moderator, best mod ever. In 2 weeks, we will have Matt back with us, so we will have hopefully a Spoot returning.
Unless we're dead by then.
Unless you're all Dragon Chow.
Find us.
And hey, speaking of Matt, if you like Matt's voice, which is very Georgian and has a really cool Southern accent, and my voice, which maybe you have a weird Jared voice appreciation thing, you can catch our podcast, Mid-Level Adventurers, on all your podcast platforms, and now airing once a week on YouTube. We just released episode 12 on YouTube, Spells and Magic. So if you would like to hear us talk about magic and spells in D&D, you can check us out there. In the meantime, we are going to raid the Lost Initiative. They're playing some D&D over there. Oh, I've got it. Yes, Spoot will be returning for your birthday. It's a big present.
Aww.
Isn't that special? So we are going to raid our friends over at Lost Initiative. Thank you all so much for spending this Wednesday with us. Be safe, be healthy, be kind, be nice to each other. Trans rights are human rights. Boo Texas, boo Florida. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We appreciate you. Have a good night. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.